I know
you.
Welcome everybody to the Simple Kind of Oasis. I'm your host, Sam, joined by Marvin, my co-host,
Yes.
and our other co-host, Matthew, specifically
Hello.
Perez. Suarez should be joining
Hello.
us relatively soon. We don't know when.
He's what is he doing? He's booting up his computer.
No, he's simping. No, I'm kidding.
Probably.
Yeah, he's probably pooping. I know the man. That's a thing.
He does do. Okay. So today's the first ever fucking podcast that we actually had an idea what we wanted to talk about.
And I'm eating Oreos, boys. Let's go.
We're eating Oreos. I'm taking a sip of the
Hell
Mountain
yeah.
Dew that I've been waiting to fucking sip.
You're gonna get a kidney stone, I swear to God, fam.
Hey,
You know,
cheers. I'm gonna drink to that.
You know, at least you're not really bad about drinking water, because there's a girl at my school that drinks boxed water. It's just water in a cup.
That sounds like that's like the equivalent to milk in a bag. Why would you want that?
It's so bad. I don't know.
It's so
I don't
Canadian.
understand
It's
it.
so Canadian. That's the thing.
I don't want to sound like I'm calling her out, but
She's kind
I
of
don't know.
gross. She's kind of
No.
gross person. We don't talk about it.
kind of grody, bro.
Kind of grody. Kind of grody.
It
Okay.
is. You were saying, sorry.
So this is the first ever podcast that we're doing. Well, we have like a kind of a plan, but like not really. So we're gonna work with what we have, right? And I'm doing one thing. It shouldn't really be there though, should it? It shouldn't be.
Yeah, you're fixing stuff around the podcast.
Yeah. Fuck. I'm doing
Where's
things.
Suarez, man?
I don't know.
He's probably talking to his girlfriend. Imagine having a girlfriend, loser.
The losers, dude. I can't believe them.
Smage.
SMH.
SMH, man.
SMH my head.
Caroline doesn't watch it.
No, she only watches up until like 10 minutes and then she leaves.
Alright, you're good. We passed the
We're-
10 minutes.
we're
mark,
good,
right?
we're good.
You're safe. You're safe.
2 minutes in. We're good. She stopped.
It's alright. Like, next thing you know, 2 minutes later, I got a message. I'm gonna eat Sammy's ass.
She says that out of context every day. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
So it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that she watched it.
No, she was talking to me. She was telling me that you guys did really good on, like, your midterms or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah, we did.
And today she's like, "Oh, I think I did good on my midterm." I'm like, "Oh, how was it?" She's like, "It was meh." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm sure that you did that midterm so hard you probably raped it." And she's like, "Yeah, I did it with my pee-pee like I'm gonna."
Okay, hold on. I can't say that word, though. Now I have to edit that out. Oh,
Why?
Kane. What do you mean,
Why?
why?
That's not bad.
That's-
We could be talking about a story like, you know, something that happened. So that's not bad, is it? Damn, that sucks. You're so sensitive.
Damn, fucking 3 minutes in.
New
3 minutes in.
record.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
That's the time to be.
3 fucking minutes. Okay, well,
Hey, you said the F word. No,
And
that's
that
it. We're gonna have
doesn't
to
matter.
cancel.
it doesn't matter. Oh, fuck, now we gotta cancel it? Oh my gosh! Freaking pits, dick, tits, ass.
Did you just
Ah.
say frick? Did you just say frick?
Guys, we're gonna have to reschedule.
Alright, so, excuse me. What do you guys want us to talk about first, huh?
Your mom.
You want to just go in order?
I mean, we don't have to.
Fast food place experiences. I don't know. What I can't think of any fast food place experiences.
I have an
I
experience.
can think of a few restaurants. Oh,
You guys
share,
remember
share.
the fucking McDonald's play area?
Yes.
You know how there's like only 2 McDonald's still where we live, like that have the play area? There's only 2 now,
Yeah.
I think.
Does that one by that's near the Sedanos still have that?
No,
You know what I'm talking about? Oh, it doesn't.
they got rid of it. They made it a food court.
That
Unless they made it
sucks.
back. I
Alright.
don't think they did though.
Dude, you know, I'm not gonna lie to you. That's the McDonald's where I had my first kiss. I was like 8 years. I saw a girl coming down the slide and I kissed her. I'm not even lying.
Saw her
Marvin
coming
just dipped.
He's like, bruh.
SMH my head. I was such a Chad when I was 8. What happened, dude? Good lord.
Good lord.
Alright, what were you gonna say, Sam?
Matthew
Sorry.
says he'll be back around 9, so we'll like, I don't know what
Alright,
to tell
hang
him.
on, I'll be right back as well.
Now I'm by myself. All right then. Good. All right, good podcast. I hope everybody enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Fucking, this is professional.
Your face is professional. All I heard was professional. What are you
Oh my
talking
god, I
about?
ended it and then I restarted it. Look at my Asian ass. I'm looking at myself.
Hey, Sam, I heard that you've been feeling a little sick. Should we be concerned?
Hmm?
Heard that you've been feeling a little sick lately, and now you mentioned this, you about being Asian?
Fuck that virus, bro. Fuck the virus.
Did I mess it up again? Are we gonna have to end the stream again?
No, that's actually a really good topic to talk about right now. There's the virus popping up.
Okay, that was really interesting to me because like I got so bored. Whenever I get really bored, I'll go on the CDC website and I'll look at stuff that they have, and I just see, oh, new Wuhan virus in China. That'll never get big. And then all of a sudden, 2 days later, 400 people infected. Oh, that's nice.
It was 400, and then one of them is in America, but luckily we quarantined the person.
Yeah. So it was someone coming from a direct flight from Wuhan City. I think that's Hubei province of China.
Mhm.
To Seattle, and then what they were doing is at that point in time, thankfully, they started screenings. So it's like a big room that you walk. I think it's a big room. It's like a camera that you walk past, and it has like that. And if they see that you have a fever or anything or any signs of the virus,
Straight through the
isolate you.
chambers with you.
Yeah, Marvin. Whew. Yeah,
I
think
didn't
that's how it
specify
works.
what. I didn't specify.
Okay. Yeah, we're barely safe there. We're barely safe.
We can keep that one.
But
To the
yeah, so then they isolate
quarantine
you, and then they
chambers.
ha. So yeah, they get you checked out, and then if you have the virus,
And then you'll probably never leave the hospital ever again.
So far, only
because
one person's been quarantined in America.
I heard two.
Yeah, so
Was it two?
But I heard that from someone else, and I don't know if they're credible.
so far it's only one confirmed. There's been rumors of other stuff, but like I don't know why people are spreading those rumors. Like some of the media is blowing it way out of proportion. Like it's something to be concerned about, but freaking out like it's Plague Inc. or something like.
Yeah,
the Area 51 guard is playing
just,
Plague Inc.
I think it's mainly just the media, or not even the media, just social media. I want to say the media because when I say the media, look, there's two different types, right? Social media and media. Media, journalist. We're gonna talk about that later. Second, social media. That's just memes. Like World War III was never gonna happen. If anything, it would be called the Iranian War. But people were just like, it's World War III.
When the media sees that people blow things out of proportion,
they blow things out of proportion.
Obviously, as a joke, they blow it out of proportion. People see that on the real media, they start freaking out. Everyone starts freaking out. Like with the Black Plague thing. You remember how there was a case in China, of course, again recently. That happens all the time. People get the strain of Black Plague all the time. It happens just randomly. It'll pop up.
They should just
places.
They should just cancel all flights to and from China.
Well, they can't do that
They
though.
did it to that area, to the original area where they found it. They completely quarantined that city, so no one's coming in or out. And I don't know if they've started quarantining other areas. I just know that like Wuhan City is
nearby areas.
Completely
From what I read,
down.
nearby areas have been they're being quarantined where
Stay where
they're
you
letting
are.
people in, but anybody that's lived there since the virus started.
Why would anyone want to go
They-
back
they
in
should-
unless they live
They should
there?
not, in my opinion, they should not let people in at all because it's
I'll pull it up right now.
You could also argue this is why they should let people in. It's the Chinese New Year, I think. So people are returning home, but that's more reason not to let people in because then more people are going to contract it. It's going to get even worse.
Horrible.
So
15 more people have died to it, and this is live from the Washington Post.
It's bad. It's a pneumonia. It's a type of pneumonia that and in those areas they don't have the best healthcare or access to medical supplies. So
Or environment, if you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying. Sorry, China.
Yeah, I know the worst part about it is that it was originally zoonotic. Now they're thinking that there's person-to-person contact involved, but it was originally zoonotic, and it was from the seafood market. And what does China
Question.
have a big
Seafood and
yeah.
like really weird foods. What does zoonotic mean?
Zoonotic is animal to person.
Yeah.
So at first they're like, oh, you can't really. It doesn't look like it can spread from person to person. It looks like it's only if you eat an animal that has it. But then now people are getting infected that have come in contact with animals.
Isn't that how AIDS started?
So how?
AIDS, wasn't that like it was like a gorilla and a girl, and then she moved over, and then she kind of like spread it, and then everyone was like, "Oh, damn."
Cause I don't
I don't
know.
know. People. There's a whole bunch of theories of how that happened. I think the most accepted one, because it's the most PG one, was that someone ate like a. Well, it's not really PG, but still, someone ate like an ape, brain or something like that, and it was infected with AIDS, and they.
Now I'm scratching my head because I'm like, "Damn, I got 8 brain." Yeah, so coronavirus looks like it's claiming more lives. Live updates: death toll climbs and infections reach Europe. 15
Europe
new
now?
deaths reported in the old place. Continue. Fuck you. Ugh, journalist. Why do they make me have to sign into my Google account in order to continue without subscribing? Thank you very much.
So it looks like what they're doing is like they're learning, they're taking what they learned from MERS and SARS, which MERS is the Middle Eastern, Middle Eastern respiratory illness, which is, it's like the Wuhan pneumonia except for a little different, Middle East. And another one called SARS, which I think was also in Asia. But yeah, it looks like they're learning from their mistakes from that, because people were saying that before, for whatever reason, China was really hush-hush about one of them. I think it was SARS, and it started getting out of control and started getting really bad because they were keeping so hush-hush about it. So now I guess they've learned, and they're being really transparent. Like, they're reporting everything that's going on as.
Yeah, because if they don't, they're the reason millions will die.
Yeah.
You cannot keep hush any of that stuff.
But it
Like,
looks like
even
right
if
here, it's not
worried
even
about
just
this
that. Now we have more cases reported in the USA.
Oh, in the U.S. Let me see.
Well,
I'm
people
looking at the
traveling to the
CDC
US.
website. So, the CDC website it got updated.
The case: a man in his 30s was in Washington State. The unidentified woman in, oh, that's different. Chicago on January 13, officials said she became ill a day later. As of Friday, she was still hospitalized but was doing better. Officials at a news briefing declined to name the hospital. Okay, so
You
it
know
looks
what would
like
be perfect timing?
what?
Oh, okay. So, I'm reading here now. It says that on January 24th, 2020, the CDC posted in GenBank, which is a website, they posted the full genome of the virus, because China gave it to them, and then they posted the full genome of the virus that got detected in the U.S. patient, and they noticed that the genetic sequence from the patient in Washington, the one in Seattle,
And the one in Seattle is different.
It was almost completely identical to the sequences that were posted in China, and it says here the available sequences suggest a likely single recent emergence from a virus related to bat coronaviruses and SARS coronavirus. The available sequence information does not provide any information about severity or associated illnesses or transmissibility. So, oh boy, so it's, man, this is becoming a whole mess.
Okay, so you know what would be perfectly timed?
What?
What?
You know how Rainbow Six Quarantine was delayed?
Oh, yeah, I'm just saying, that's a little sus. That's a little sus, bro.
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft. That's how they're promoting their game, bro. That's how they're promoting R6 porn.
So, guys, you heard of that coronavirus? Yeah, that was us. We threw a bunch of our writers in China and let them loose for a day.
Oh my god. Let them loose for a day. See what happens.
Well, seems like they've been riding up a storm, so.
We're pretty good. Oh my god. That's just horrible. That's
okay,
horrible.
Rainbow Six Quarantine out for free on the App Store.
This is why you never go lethal first, bro.
Oh my god, shut up.
This is why you go non-lethal, then lethal, then
I
non-lethal,
don't know.
and then
It just
spread it.
I don't want to say it's gonna be like the new plague. I don't like saying that at all, and I think I don't like saying that because it's just an over dramatized version of what we're saying. It doesn't seem like it would be, that much.
Every couple of years, there's always an outbreak of some sort of illness, and then people freak out thinking, "Oh, it's the next plague. Everyone's gonna die or something like that." Like, no, we know how to contain these things. We can contain them. It's obviously it's not the easiest thing. It's not gonna.
But
take
it's still
2
a thing
days
that we
to
can do.
It takes time. It's something that we can manage and we control. We just have to take the proper measures.
Precautions. Yeah.
Yeah, like chill, bros, chill. We got this.
We vibe right now.
We vibing, all right. That coronavirus, he got bad vibes. We got good vibes. I'm thinking of patenting a gun that what it does is it shoots medicine bullets, and you can shoot viruses. So when you see someone with coronavirus, you shoot them, and it takes the virus out of them.
The whole virus, bruh?
The whole virus,
Bruh.
Bro. You want me to give you a demonstration?
No. Alright. But yeah, no, I don't know. It feels like something that... It just feels like another one of those times where everyone's blowing it out of proportion, and everyone's saying that, like, 2020 is going to be the worst year of their lives. Because the first month, yeah, it was kind of bad. Pretty bad. Australia was on fire. Coronavirus. Now the whatchamacallit couple. The Prince couple, I guess. You know the one I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
What happened with
Henry, they left the throne, or they don't want to be part of the.
The royal family anymore.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't know why. Literally, no one said why.
I think they just didn't want to. I don't know, but I'm not
It
sure
just feels
exactly
kind of weak
why.
of an excuse to just not want to. Like, it's your royal duty. Like, that's something you have to do.
I don't know. I
Well,
feel
the
like,
guy does, but the girl doesn't. So.
but the royal family doesn't even have any real power, do they?
They do. What are you talking
No,
about?
they
just have
it's
remember, the royal family is kind of like our democracy in the sense that, yeah, she's like the face of it, but like there are other parts of the kingdom, the United Kingdom, that have equal power to them. Kind of. Right? Something like that. It's not just a monarchy anymore.
Wait, the
Oh,
royal
it's
family
probably like
in the-
Germany, where they have a chancellor and then they have a president too.
I thought the royal family had little to no political power.
I mean, then why would they keep getting into like foreign affairs?
I don't know, because they
I think
just
it's
want
'cause
it to look
they have-
pretty.
They have a big
Because
influence.
it's ancestry.
They
not
have a huge influence, but they have
tradition.
almost no political power. Technically speaking,
But then everyone
they
just
do have
says,
a lot of
"God
political
save
power.
the queen! God save the queen!" and
Because
stuff like that.
tradition.
What?
It's like it's a holy tradition that they still practice to this day.
Yeah,
So-
suck an egg, old
Yeah,
lady.
they have a lot of influence though. So they basically do have a lot of political power. Like people are like, oh, they do nothing at all. They have a lot of influence because people respect the.
Does the royal family have any power?
you know?
The royal word I can't pronounce is, in a nutshell, a collection of executive powers and privileges held by reigning, not ruling, monarch. Most of these powers are now exercised by Her Majesty's ministers in government, who implement the law of the day under the power of the crown. Hence the phrase, Her Majesty's government. So she does have political power. She chooses, or the people who are like ruling, she chooses the people that rule the government. So she still does have a lot of power. I mean, think of it that way. If we had, okay, think if the power wasn't in the citizens voting. Just imagine that somebody like high up there, like the president, got to elect every single member of Congress. That's a whole lot of power. Like that, now they're only going to approve what he says or what they say. It could be wrong. I mean, Hillary almost won. So we never know. Like, who knows that maybe they might come back and then they're going to rule after Queen Elizabeth.
SMH.
Which is weird. I don't know how she's still
King.
alive.
Back
Like,
to
no
the
offense to Queen, but like, damn, lady. Like, you've gone through 8 of our presidents. Well, 9 now.
And she's about to live through what, like her 3rd World War?
And her third and her second Black Plague. SMH.
No
SMH.
shade, no shade to my girl, the Queen. All right. Respect.
We
What
rep
queen
the
is
queen
she?
here.
What,
We rep the queen on
what's her
this side.
name?
Queen Elizabeth III?
Oh, that's her name.
She's a real queen, alright? I don't disagree.
But
Treat
everyone
'em
over
like
there calls her
queens.
Her Majesty. Because she is.
Your Majesty. Yeah, no disrespect to your Majesty.
Yeah, those British people are just simps. They're simping.
We all
Have
about
you
the
seen
queen
that
life.
video where the dude breaks like the really dumb laws that they have in the country?
Yes,
Yes, and none
He
of the
does it
cops
in front of
know. They're like,
police.
"What are you
Yeah.
doing? You're just
Because
dumb."
nobody's gonna enforce. Who's gonna go out of their way to arrest the dude that's walking around public with a salmon?
I was gonna say the one where he was wearing a knight
Who's-
armor. I thought that's like more terrifying. Just imagine there's somebody with like a baton within a man with plated armor. Sir, you're breaking the law. No, I'm not. Shut up. You're gonna fight me about it, cunt. Come on. You want
Oh,
shut?
tally ho, tally ho! He pulls out like a Glock. Tally ho!
You can't. No, remember they can't. They don't have guns over there. All they got is sticks and swords.
That's right. No. Even
people
then, that's
make
considered
jokes
a weapon.
about it.
No,
Have you
know
seen
they
that one?
confiscate. They
What?
confiscate like screwdrivers and scissors and stuff and as weapons.
Yeah. Only during an arrest though. They don't like confiscate every single. Like imagine going to lunch school. Hey, did y'all have some contraband?
Oi, oi, oi!
No, it's Australians.
I'm sorry.
Where y'all
Oh,
streaming?
yeah.
Oh, he still thinks we stream it. We're not streaming. Hang on.
Oh man. I am looking at the beautiful person reading this.
Yeah.
Aw, you're such a sweetheart, Sam. Oh, I'm telling
That's my
Carolina.
Discord. No! Tell her to read it. I love her to pieces. I'm telling you.
To read
Anyways,
your Discord bio?
yeah.
Alright, I got you. Telling her right now.
We should call Suarez. Anyways,
Sam's
yeah, no.
Discord.
I like how we went off topic, but we still kind of like, you know, we're still doing pretty good. We're still doing pretty good. But yeah, no, I've always thought that oh damn, I'm burping. Fuck. Damn.
No, that was a crispy one. dude.
That was a crispy one. That one kind of hurt. That one kind of hurt a bit. Oh, I'm gonna tell you guys about what happened to me at school today. Kind of a jump, I'm aware, but we'll go back to the fast food place experience really after this. So today at school, I haven't eaten dinner in like 2 days. Yesterday, I had a pork chop
Why? Oh yeah, I remember you were eating that in front of me.
in front of on the
Nice,
camera.
I
A
almost
pork
died.
chop, not even a full pork chop. It was literally just the bone and then a little bit of meat on it. Right, so I ate it. And I was like, I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna go throw this out, or I'm gonna go give this to the dogs. And I gave it to the dogs. And I went back upstairs, and I was like, I'm gonna have dinner later today. I know I am. I should have it. Okay. And then Matthew, you left when the podcast ended. Well, that podcast isn't up yet because I'm still editing it. But
Alright.
when that podcast ended, you left, and then Marvin and I kind of stood around for a little bit longer, and we were just kind of laughing at dumb stuff again, just a bit.
Yeah.
But then it was like almost midnight, so I was like, "Oh no, Marvin, I got school tomorrow. I have testing." And he's like, "Bruh." And he was like, "Yeah, I
Bruh.
should go to bed too." And then we both like agreed to go to bed. Then we went to bed. I'm going to bed. But I forgot. Literally, as my head hit the pillow, I was like, "Bro, I didn't eat dinner." I was like, "And don't worry about it. I'll just have breakfast." And then I woke up late. I was like, "Now I can't
Oh,
have
no.
breakfast." So I went to school hungry up until lunch, and lunch today was okay. It wasn't even that kind of lunch that's like savory. Like I honestly thought about just going the whole day without eating, but then came after at the end of lunch, I ate lunch. It was a pizza, a bag of Prika chips, and a milk, and an orange,
Pizza,
and
a
an
bag
orange.
of chips, and a milk, and an
Prika
orange.
chips.
That was your...
That was my lunch. I got what I could, right?
And you didn't eat breakfast.
I had a single Rice Krispie treat
Without any milk.
without any milk.
You
Right this way, sir.
God. Oh, I still got some crispy orange shell chips.
You crunch it on the microphone. I dare you.
Let me see. There's too small, but let me try.
Oh, gross. Okay, so I was there, and then one of my homeroom teacher, he's the drama department, like magnet teacher, like main one, high school one. He goes,
Yeah.
so I go to my yearbook class, and he was like, "Oh, do you mind like helping me out here really quick?" And I was like, "Sure, why not?" I go, "What do you need help with?" And he goes, "We have 2 platforms right there because we have this thing at my school. It's like a convention. That's what we called it, a convention. Not the full name for it, but it's basically a convention where we'll
Yeah.
showcase all the magnets. Because you guys know already, I'm in an art school, so we showcase all of our magnets on like these conventions. I don't know who did it Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. All I knew was that my magnet happened today, or Tuesday,
Alright.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because we didn't have school on Monday. But today it was my magnet, and then the drama department. And I was kind of like, vibing, right? I was walking over to my yearbook class, and he stopped me, and he was like, "Okay, I need you to pick up one of these platforms and take it to the other drama department room, which is literally across the spill out." So I was like, it can't be too hard. And it was just me and this one girl picking it up, and we did not expect how heavy for this shit to be, right? So we were just picking it up, and I'm like, "Damn, bitch, this shit kind of heavy though. This shit kind of heavy though." And she was like, "Yeah, it kind of is heavy." And then like she kind of pivoted a little bit because like her weight started falling. So, or I think, yeah, this one happened first. Her weight started falling first. So then the weight fell, and then it hit the pole, and her fingers got caught with like the platform, so it went like that. It scraped her hand. But then in my case, it scraped both of my hands and then hit my thighs because I was at the back.
Ooh.
So my hands kind of like punched my thighs. I was like, "Ow!" And we had to put it down. I'm like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm okay. And he goes, "Damn, I didn't know vibrations hurt like that." I was like, "Yeah, no, this shit kind of hurt." So we pick it up, and immediately as soon as we pick it up again, I was like, "Yo, I haven't eaten like a full course meal in 2 days. All I had was like basically snacks." And then I was sick too, kind of like.
Oh, Sam! I'm just saying. Remember what you were telling us earlier?
I'm telling you, no, I don't have it. But
That's just someone that would have it would say.
Yeah.
Fuck, you got
seems
me
a little
there.
sus to
It
me.
does seem a little sus to me too. I'm the suspect. No, but look, I went and I was like, oh damn, like I
Knee
can't.
slapper. Okay, sorry.
Anyways, we were going, and I was like, oh damn, like I'm kind of sick. I'm wondering, how bad could it be to take this platform over to the other room, right? So we take it over to the other room because one of the kids from the other classes joined us to help. And I shit you not, I passed out like almost twice today, right? Almost passed out twice today.
Jesus.
The first time, it was in my journalism class. I myself am wanting to be a journalist in the future, but that's besides the point. We went in my journalism class. Kids were like all over me, breathing down my neck. First off, personal space issues. Second off, not good when you're me, right? Because shit was nasty. So I was there and I was like, damn, y'all need to like back up a little bit. And then I had to do other stuff too, because like I was like the manual labor guy. So I had to help set up the computers. I had to help edit the articles. I had to help with the writing of the other kids too. There's just a ton of stuff that I was doing at once. That's definitely not healthy, especially for somebody who hasn't eaten in a while. So we go, and while I was like sitting down, like I just feel like I looked at the time. I think I was out for like 10 minutes, right? So I go and I'm like, oh, I need a break. And then one of the other teachers, the assistant, or not the assistant, the other magnet teacher for my magnet I write, she goes, oh, you should like take a break. And I was like, yeah, I think I should. And then when I said that, I turned back to my computer, and then all I remember was me going like this, just my head falling, and then me going up like this, like that. Like I took a huge, you know that one scene in like every teenage drama where they wake up out of bed like that, like I just out of shock, just
Yeah. Like they just came out of a nightmare. Or
yeah, like that. I basically did that, but instead of me like going up, I went back because I was on the desk. So I was like, and then I looked around like, what time is it? What happened? And then I looked at it, like 10 minutes, about 10 minutes passed. It might be more, it might be less. I could be over dramatizing it. It could have been 5 minutes, but that's besides the point. So I had no thought process of time internally. It felt like I went like that and then I went back, right? You know, like I pivoted. But then I was like, oh shit, 10 minutes? I was like, probably 10 minutes. I was like, damn, I fucking passed out. It pisses me off because now I lost 10 minutes of my day, right? And I was like, I should go get water. I should go get water. So I stepped out. I went to go get water. First off, don't get school.
Sorry. First stop.
Anyways,
Continue.
I wanted to go get water. First off, you're not supposed to get school water from like the dirty water fountain. Every school has that one dirty water fountain that no one goes to.
Yeah, the one that always tastes like metal, or the water comes out yellow.
Exactly, one of those. I have the taste like metal one, right? Which isn't as bad as the yellow one. That one's nasty. No one likes that one. But I was drinking it. It tastes like metal. I was like, this is probably not good for me. But I drank a little bit. Like I had like two, not even. I think like a gulp and a half, basically. And I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm gonna go back. And I sat back down and I went back to editing. Second time, I almost passed out. Was middle of yearbook. In the middle of yearbook, I go in. I was like, sorry, I'm late. I needed help with platform. And then I sat down. And they're like, yo, are you okay? I'm like, look at me again and ask me if I'm okay. Back to me. And then they were just like, yeesh, all right, sorry. And then everyone was asking me to do still manual labor, which in yearbook was kind of like my thing, is to pass around computers and then go around to other classes to get kids to take photos of them. But today I wasn't really feeling it, except I did still pass out thing, and then I still technically found kids. I had to go through like the locator, but yeah, it was just kind of really annoying to deal with. I almost like I was right there and I was finding the names and I was like, hang on, watch me for a second. They're like, why do we have to watch you? And I did the pivot thing again, where I went like that, and then I was like about to hit it, and I got back up. I'm like, that's why. I think I might pass out again. And she's like, you passed out? I was like, yes. And then they all told me to go to the nurse, but mama ain't raised no little bitch, right? So I didn't go to the nurse. And then I was like shaky, but then for the rest of the day, just high octane energy. No idea where it came from. Marvin, you guys remember when I had that one Coke can and then I added extra sugar into it?
Oh
my God, the
That
sugar
was
rush.
me. Yes, the sugar rush. That was me for the rest of the day. And that's the last class of the day too. So that's the last class. So like that for the rest of the day, I swear to God, some kid, some fucking name in the yearbook had me dying of laughter. His first name is Master. That's hilarious. I love that name. I love that name.
Master Chief.
It's Master Chief, dude. It's such a cool name. And I started I was chuckling at it, and then I showed the girl, and I was like, you need to find him though, because we need to get a yearbook photo. And we found out that he's a super chill guy, super cool. Well, I didn't know that. My friend Maya did. She's really cool too. I told Marvin about her. Marvin, he likes to flirt. He's a flirt, isn't he?
He's a flirty McFlirty.
Super cool. But she said that he was super cool, like he was super chill and stuff like that, and his name's really, and he likes his name, and I was like, all right, pretty sick. But for the rest of the day, I was pointing out all like the silly names inside of the yearbook, like how am I supposed to pronounce this? And one person,
Aaron.
Aaron. No,
You
it's
mean
just,
Aaron?
Aaron? No, I know how to read. But
Any of you fools make up any stupid names, send your butts to the principal's office.
it's Genevieve. No, but it was really funny. I think it was really funny, but then like they were genuinely concerned. I'm gonna put quotes on that because they ain't give a fuck. What? Come on, that's not natural. Bro.
Not allowed.
That's not allowed.
That's not legal.
That's not legal. It's
No
like the opposite of legal. That's illegal.
Yeah, with a capital B.
But yeah, that was a really funny thing. They were telling me to go to the nurse.
beagles.
Oh, dude, bald eagles are really cool. I heard of a desert
No,
eagle.
I'm talking about beagles, bro.
Oh, beagle the dogs. Those are pretty cool too.
Whoa. Sam, about that one on the subject of school. I'm just saying.
Bruh.
I see that little smile. I see that
Alright.
little smile.
No, I went bruh. Alright. What else do you guys have to say? That's the end of my story. I almost passed out twice. Well, I passed out once. I almost passed out twice.
Okay, I have like kind of a story. It's not that big of a deal. It's more like a less than a minute story. Or maybe a minute.
Go on.
So these two random girls go up to this random guy. I'm assuming they don't know each other.
Oh shit, my monitors just went out. What the fuck?
Oh.
Oh,
You're
there
low.
they go. They're back.
I'm assuming that they don't
Guys,
know
did you just
each.
get that message? Did you just get that message, guys?
What?
No, I'm just gonna, you never seen that the trailer for that movie? Was it like Unfriended or what?
Unfriended?
Oh,
Is that what it
you're
is?
such a
Guys,
cunt.
my monitor just went. Bro,
No,
who
that's
just
not
sent
what
that
they do at
message?
all.
I don't know. I don't watch
Everyone,
horror.
everyone, keep their hands off the keyboard. Who is that?
There we go. There we go.
Yeah, it's Unfriended. Yeah,
All right.
they made like a sequel to that movie. And funny enough, that sequel, I heard that it had two endings. I know, a movie with two endings.
What the heck, dude?
They had two different
Did they go on,
films.
like,
Oh
did they go on Disney
yeah.
Plus?
No. The fucking thing was that some theaters had a different ending, and then other ones, there's like if you bought the DVD, there was a third ending.
What the?
Yeah, I heard that.
One of them has it so that way they all die. One of them has it where only two of them, where only one of them dies, or well, I mean they all die anyways. It's just the last like characters, and then the other one has it where they're reunited and nobody dies, except that like everybody else still does.
Really? I thought
Yeah.
I heard that it was one ending. Like, okay, the first movie was about like Ghost Girl. It was
Yeah,
actual
Ghost Girl,
ghost.
and then the second one was Dark Web, and that's just
Yeah.
cringy.
I heard.
It's
I heard.
still
that-
like scary, but it's like
Wait,
I heard
what do you mean dark web?
like the dark web.
they go on the
They
dark
go on the
web,
dark web,
and
and then
there's,
they
like,
found
hackers.
out. Yeah, hackers found it out their IP from him using the computer because he's skyping from the computer that he found at a coffee shop, and he goes, "Dude, this is
nice.
dark web." Yeah, no, he's. It's not nice. Now that I'm thinking about it, that's not good at all. He steals a computer and then he goes on the dark web with it. He downloads Skype, and then he goes and he's like on the dark web.
Hacker is calling you. Hey, I just heard you stole my Roblox.
I'm in.
Ladies
No,
and
because
gentlemen, I'm in.
they found out that okay, you find out in the movie that all of the friends were being watched from the hacker's POV. Like okay, with the first movie, it was the POV of wait,
The chick that died.
yeah, it was a chick that died.
Okay.
And she was like basically on a revenge story. She's just like,
Yeah.
you guys made fun of me.
The main
you're
POV
dead.
was the killer girl, the girl who killed her, because it would switch. Remember, it would end with her being the last one, and then the laptop closed, and it gave you a first person shot. This is kind of spoilers. We probably should have mentioned that beforehand.
It's a movie from like.
Well, I mean, we
who
started
cares?
talking about it. If we started talking about it,
You might as well, yeah. So yeah, the movie ended with the shutting of the laptop, and then the girl looking up, and then it's the ghost girl that attacks her. And
Yeah, it was like a final jump scare.
yeah, it's like the final jump scare within
So
the
they all get killed in the first movie.
Yeah.
Basically.
all of them. There's no other ending, from what I know. But then the second
okay,
one
so
is a different story. Go ahead, Marvin.
yeah, it has different endings. So my story before I got backtracked or before I got distracted.
Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. I like talking about movies. What was I gonna say? Okay, so there's these two girls that go up to this guy. I assume that they didn't know each other. How may you ask me that they don't know each other? Well, I don't know, but I just got the hunch. And these girls, they go up to the guy and they're just like, "Oh, could you please answer this question?" and whatever. And they hold up they're just like, "Oh, would you rather smack or kiss or whatever that trend is, smack or kiss or whatever it is." And, you know-
FMK, that one.
I don't know what it is, but it's
Oh,
like
fuck me, kill.
she asked the guy, since it was two friends, she asked the guy, "Oh, would you smack us or would you kiss us?" And the guy didn't want to answer because, you know, if he says one thing, it's gonna like, "Oh, ew,"
You get
or
those false
if-
allegations,
and then if you say, "I'd rather smack you," then you're like, "Oh, ash." And then, so the guy doesn't decide to answer. Can I say the D word, or is that censored?
You can say it. Go ahead.
Okay,
we're
so
a little over half an hour. Go ahead.
okay, so the guy, you know, he doesn't want to be nice. I mean, he doesn't want to be mean, and he doesn't want to creep them out, so he just decides not to answer. And then the girls are just like, "Please, come on!" And then the guy's just like, no." And as the girls gave up, they're leaving. They're just like, "Oh yeah, I forgot you like dick." And I'm like, "Bitch, shut the fuck up."
Oh my god.
Like either way, in the end, like I don't get it. They wanted to hear something. What do they want? Like, how is a guy supposed to respond to that? They can't. They can't say anything.
You can't just walk up to some random dude and be like,
And I was just like, bruh, did you literally just say that? That was kind of cringe, not gonna lie.
kind of cringes.
Bro, did you seriously just talk during independent reading time?
I was so mad though. Like, I felt bad for the guy. I don't know. I don't think it phased him that much, but
because I don't remember asking. I'm not gonna finish that. I'm not gonna finish that. I almost did, Sam.
I felt bad, and I was just like, this is diabolical. SMH girls.
Women, am I right?
You love them or you hate them.
The most complicated jigsaw puzzle of your life, bro. I swear to you.
Facts.
No hate to the women out there watching.
No hate to mommy.
Marvin and I, we're single men. We're bachelors, all right?
Yep.
What's up?
No hate towards mom. Respect, mom.
Love you, mom. She brought me
Word.
Oreos. So much. She brought me Oreo. She's an
Aw.
MVP. She brought me peanut butter Oreos and milk, dude. That's love my mom so much. MVP.
Sorry, orphans.
Oh yeah, we gotta make an orphan trip. That's what we're gonna do now. All right, so moving on, so we don't lose viewers.
That's all I got.
So you got, we're already on the topic of school. So I don't know if I should tell my story or not. I kind of want to wait for Suarez. But what's Suarez doing right now?
He says he's gonna get on at like 9.
Damn. All right.
We got quite a ways to go.
Yeah, an hour.
So should I just tell it now?
I mean,
If you want.
okay. Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
I'm not gonna end the stream
Alright.
now, or end the stream, end the recording now.
All right. So what are the names that you're gonna? Joetta,
It was
Joetta.
Joetta for the girl.
Joetta,
And Joe.
and Joe.
Joe.
Okay.
Who's Joe?
So Joetta and I have been good
Ironic,
friends
ironic.
for a while. Ironic.
Yeah.
We've been good friends for a while. Best buds and whatever. And I don't know, like, for this happened a little while back. I want to say like before Thanksgiving or something. And up at this point, I don't know. I felt a little. I don't know how to explain it. I was kind of feeling like ignored. I want to say.
Mhm.
Because she would always go and she was with her friends, I was with my friends, whatever. I didn't really complain about it because, like at that point we're just kind of chilling with two different friend groups.
Yeah, you're vibing.
So whatever, it's cool. We're all vibing out and whatever. We used to like always text, and she just kind of stopped doing it, and she would only text me, like at 9 o'clock at night to say that she forgot or something, or to say that she didn't finish her homework. And then I would ask, and it's like, oh, I was on a Discord call with Joe. Right, we're gonna call him Joe. I was on a Discord call, right? I'm like, oh, but you had all day. You told me that you're doing it all day. Yeah, I know. I got carried away. I'll do it tomorrow. And then she would have a breakdown about it the next day, and I would be there to comfort her or whatever.
Mhm.
And it kind of sucked. I was like, whatever. And this was happening for a few weeks, and then we had a little hangout with our friend groups. It wasn't our the friend group that she has. I'm like friends with all of them, so I still went, and Suarez is friends with all of them, whatever. And when we're there, Joe goes there. I have nothing against Joe. I love Joe. He's a cool guy. But the problem was that the entire time, she was like
Flirting.
only talking to him. Keep in mind, Joe has a girlfriend. Joe
Bruh.
has a girlfriend.
Bruh.
Yeah,
Bruh.
and she's
Bruh.
well aware of this. The whole time.
Bruh.
She's well aware of this. This was so dramatic. Marvin had to cut out. Dude. He had to cut off his face. He's like,
Oh, my monitors
"Ooh."
again. Hang on.
Bro, everyone put their hands up right now. Everyone
Who's doing
put their
it?
hands up right now.
Who's doing it?
Who's doing this, guys?
Who's doing this, guys?
Marvin went on his cam.
I
Alright.
don't know who's doing it. I think something's like
it's-
pulling the cord. Oh, it might be the lighting. It might be.
Alright, so I had warned Joetta, you know, stay away from that. You shouldn't really go near that. I get you like him, but try and stay away from that, you know. And he, especially because she would told me some things that he would do, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that doesn't really sound like the best, you know, kind of person to be with. And she's like, oh no, it's okay. I don't even want to be in a relationship, you know. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm like trying to look out for her.
Yeah, like a
And
good friend. Like a good friend.
Yeah, and I was just having like a really bad week. And that day didn't really help because the entire time she just kind of ignored me. She was just only talking to him and no one else, just him. And I got mad. And like that night, I didn't really want to talk to her. I didn't want to. And then she got angry at me. You know, we kind of got angry at each other. Like, all right, next day,
Kind of ignore
we
each
talk
other.
about it. We make up.
Oh, okay. Different.
All that stuff. And it's not really like what happened there. I guess it's mostly what led up to that, like the events before, which really confuses me as to why she did this. I feel like it should have been more me doing it, but even then I wouldn't have. Hold on 1 second, I'm sorry.
On the climax of the story, bro. The climax of the story, Marvin. Can you believe this?
Yeah, it sounds like me.
You remember that? You remember like how we used to be on PlayStation, like during any like recording or anything like that. He'd just like he'd be in the middle of the story, and then right there in the middle, just
Hold on, I'll be right back, guys.
no. It's just that his microphone just unplugged, like it just completely unplugged, and he goes, and then he comes back, and he just okay, guys. So, anyways, where was I? Those are always funny
Alright.
moments. Ah, you see, like
I'm sorry,
that.
I'm
Yeah.
back.
Welcome back.
What happened? What
We
the heck
were
happened?
reminiscing about how like back in the old PlayStation days, like in 7th or something like that, you'd go like you'd be like, yeah, so then everything was
And then I was
it does
cut off my
yes, and then
side.
it's just no, it's just and then it's just like a really intense part, like and then we were at the top of the building, and then we jumped. Then we jumped, boys, and then like everything would
remember-
just be really, really quiet, or like you'd be like this, you'd be like. You'd like smack your headphones or something like that.
Yeah.
That's always what I pictured.
That's gonna sound so weird in the stream because they're not gonna. Be
Oh, they're
able
not gonna be able to
see it,
hear.
right?
They're not gonna see the thing. Damn, I'm just dumb.
It's just gonna sound like awkward silence.
I'm gonna see it while editing. I have it so that way now I'm recording.
You'll,
things
you'll
that way.
laugh at it.
I'll
but
laugh
no
at
one
it. I'll
else
be like,
will.
ha ha ha, you dumbass. And it's pretty funny.
So whatchamacallit? So yeah. So I don't really understand why she did this. I should have been the one to do it. I don't have the heart to do that. I honestly don't have the heart to do that.
You don't
but,
have the heart to leave, to walk out.
Yeah, so because we were really good friends, you know, we had been best friends for a while.
Mhm.
So, we go and make up, you know, but then what happens? This trend continues, and then she's talking to me less and less, and then Joetta goes and like every time she comes by our table at lunch or whatever,
She just kind of skips
you
over.
know, I'm with my group. She skips over me, and then she like says hi to everyone else, and she hugs everyone else or whatever. She just kind of skips over me. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Just
you know, I'm
gross.
trying not to let it
That's just
get
gross.
to me. And then and again, so we decided to have another hangout. I forgot what this was. Oh man, I forgot what this one was. But we decided to have another hangout.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, all right, you know, it'll be nice. Get to see again. I haven't done this in a while. It was after my internship.
Yeah.
So the plan was, you know, I finish my internship, I get dressed, I get changed there after I sign out, and then I go drive straight to the house. It was pretty close to my internship anyways. So whatchamacallit?
I'm covered in bug
So then
bites, I'm sorry.
I go there and guess what happens this time?
Same thing.
Same exact thing.
And
The
Matthew,
same exact thing.
I'm not a
happens.
I'm not a professional. I'm not. I'm still new to this kind of thing as well. But whenever something, feel like if that were to ever happen to me, when someone is like obviously just trying to like ignore you and neglect you and like just trying to push you away when you're trying to like open them up, I feel like at that point there is a sane part that tells you that you need to just give up.
I don't know, cause like I was just getting fresh. I don't think she was deliberately going out of her way to do it, but even if she wasn't, it kind of just annoyed me that she was, it's like I don't know. I just feel like she's choosing, flirting with some guy that she knows she can't get with over her best friend. And I kind of just like kind of sucked. I don't want to sound like I was thinking selfishly, and I wasn't trying to think selfishly.
At the time, yeah, no,
But
it just kind of happened.
and it just what was happening at the time too was not helping because I was just not in. And I was at the internship, and all day she hadn't texted me because I text people when I'm at the lab. I still text people
Hmm.
because I get free time there.
Hmm.
Whenever we're not getting orders, I get free time. So she didn't text me the entire day, and I told her, oh, why didn't? And she's like, oh no, I'm on a call with Joe, and we're gonna see each other anyway, so I didn't think I would bother texting you. Like, but you always text me either way, and you're still talking to but you didn't think to text me. Okay, whatever. I'm not in a good mood. I'm like, not gonna argue it. Not gonna argue it. So then we show up at her house because this is where the hangout's happening. I lied. I forgot it was at her house, so this wasn't close to the lab. Whatever. So then we go to her, and we're waiting at the gate for like 10 minutes for someone to answer because it's one of those little keypad things that you have to call and then they have to open the door.
Yeah.
We're sitting there for like 10 minutes waiting for an answer. No. And then finally we were able to my mom and I had to use like detective work to figure out what their house number was because I was trying to reach her to ask what the house number was that we had to dial. And we figured it out, and finally someone opened the door, and she's like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't check my phone, I didn't see my."
Like coming up
I'm
with
like, "Alright."
excuses. Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, okay, all right, cool. And then the entire time, I talked more to this girl that I barely even know than I did to her the entire time.
I think that's a sign, Matthew.
Like this girl I barely even know. She's such a sweetheart. Nicest girl I ever met. I talked way more to her than I even talked to Joetta.
Joetta, yeah.
Right? And then I got mad at that, and then I just wasn't feeling it. I just wasn't having it. So then she texts, what was wrong? And I'm like, just don't talk to me, please. Just don't talk to me.
That's what Joetta
then-
said?
I said that. I said,
Oh, okay.
don't talk to me right now. Maybe it came off more rude than I intended. Because I said, just don't talk to me. So I meant it as like, don't talk to me right now, please. I'm just not in a good mood. But text is not a good way to convey emotions.
To convey, yeah, sarcasm, especially.
So yeah. So then we were talking, and I'm gonna give you context as to what happened before, and then yeah, I just ended it off like that, and then we have a long meet. So Tuesday I come back, and we have a spot in the morning that we always meet up at, whatever, and sometimes from there we'll go to the friend group, and at the little spot, and I like fell asleep. I knocked out because I did not get a lot of sleep that day. I was studying.
Did you wake up in time for class?
Freaking out for, huh?
Did you wake up in time for class?
Oh yeah.
I was about to say, bro.
Legend.
Absolute legend.
Freaking out. I was freaking out then because I had a. So I fell asleep there in the spot, and then I hear her like open the door to the hallway because it's kind of like in the hallway, and she wants to. Oh, crap! Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then she walks me over to the little and yeah, she thought it would be best if we just didn't talk anymore. And yeah, and
You're upset
tried,
about it. You're upset
fleeing
about
with
it,
her. I was
obviously.
like, yeah, I'm upset. I'm upset. I
Okay.
tried talking to her.
Now I
I'm
want
like,
to
oh,
ask you this now
that-
before I give my 2 cents. Are you okay with this being on the podcast or no?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. We're talking.
My man Marvin chugging the water. All right.
Uh,
So
Marvin, did you chug that whole thing? Oh my god, Marvin, don't keep it in your mouth, bro.
There he
You're
goes,
gonna
there he
laugh
goes.
and you're
He's
gonna
already drank more water than I have the past week. Let's go, bro.
Oh, holy
Yeah,
cow.
thank you.
His
Anyways.
kidneys are in love with him right now.
My kidneys, bro, we're vibing
Your-
right
your
now. My kidneys
kidneys
and my liver, we're
disgusting.
all going. Anyways,
They're barely hanging in there.
they're hanging though. They're hanging. We're hanging. We chilling.
They're hanging.
So my input is something like that happens if people really did care, Matthew, right? No matter what, they'd hold on, right? That's how I see it. I feel like if there ever is a relationship, friendship, actual like dating, family relationships even, they would hold on to each other. They wouldn't just let go. Granted, they could hold
It
on,
was-
but like more cautiously, but like they would hold on still if they cared.
Yeah, I get you. And that's probably the part that like hit me was it
She let
felt like
go.
it was just
It felt like it was
and
only you holding on.
So easy for her to do it too. She told me, she's like, I've been thinking about it when there was literally barely even 2 days to think about it, and she was just, yeah, over, done with. And then she ended it off with have a good day, and then she walks off to the friend group and then leaves me there. So
Your friend
I
group
didn't know
though?
how
Was
to
it your
feel.
friend group?
I was the friend group that Suarez is in, whatever, her little friend. I'm gonna say it's her friend, whatever. She's kind of taking it over now because I don't want to go over there because she's there, and I don't want to
Nah,
have
bro.
some.
Yeah,
If
awkward.
honestly, no. Is that where like
So,
all the Matthews are at, including you?
That's where Suarez.
Okay, no. If
is what-
Marvin and I really care for you, bro. You're always here for us, man. We're always here
Yeah.
for you. That's the thing. If
I
Suarez,
know,
bro,
damn.
cowabunga, bro.
Damn.
Cowabunga. Yeah, Marvin.
You're
We
gonna
really,
make me cry.
we
Who's
always
cutting
care about you,
onions,
bro.
man?
We always care
Who's
about you.
cutting onions?
And you know that, like, even if you don't really talk to her, voice chat at least, you do know that Carolina is also a friend of yours, and she sees you as one of her best friends. I'm not gonna say what I'm about to say right now about Carolina, about
But
Marvin.
we're closer.
Yeah. But we're
Don't
always
worry,
here for
Marvin.
you.
You always have a special
If- And I know this for a fact. Suarez cares
Marvin's
more
blushing.
about Suarez does care about his friends, and I do think he's learned his lesson from previous times that he should prioritize friends over any other thing too. Like he's realized
I-
that. I feel like he does
don't
understand
think-
that.
I don't think he knows, and I think if he knows, he doesn't know the full context. Joetta has even admitted to me that in previous times when something, or in the previous time that something like this, she did say something, but she was very biased about it. So she's probably told people a story, or
That's
a
just
side
made
of
up.
the story that's no, I don't want to say
not made up,
but
but, like,
very biased. Like,
Yeah.
she's
Because
yeah.
there's
you
always
know.
there's always 3 sides to a story, believe it or not. There's always 3
Mhm.
parts of a book. One person's, one other person's, and the actual truth, right?
Yeah, the front, the back, and the middle.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I-
that's basically what happens. Like
Yeah, I'm
history's
trying- I
only
don't wanna
written by
be-
the winners. And that
Yeah,
sucks
I'm
because the
trying
winners
not to
first come
be-
first serve.
I'm trying not to be like
Biased.
biased. Like I'm trying to give like
But it's
the whole
hard.
context of
It's
what
hard
happened,
to
but
explain an event without
I
putting your
also
input
want to
into
give I also want to give, like you said, my side.
Your
of,
input,
like,
yeah.
it. Mhm.
Yeah, because I can only see things from my
My
side.
side, yeah.
so,
You can't see what she's
I'm
thinking.
not gonna bash her. I'm not gonna say like, oh, what a terrible person.
But
It's
you would
amazing.
admit, but you would admit though,
Scumbag.
you would admit though that you would have, if you were in her point, like you'd try at least to contact you and keep
I-
being friends and stuff like that.
I would have.
You would have done it different.
Like as.
No,
I
that's-
definitely would have. I would have talked, and especially, I don't want to say that I don't think it's fair. I don't know how else to say it, and I don't know. My thoughts are still really just messed, but just like the stuff that's happened in the past or whatever hurt
You're kind of cutting
right,
out.
and each
I'm
time.
not sure. Hang on.
Oh.
Repeat that.
Yeah, it's bad voice quality. Sorry, she's hurt
Okay.
me, right? in
She's
the
heard you
past,
what?
And a lot.
She's heard you yell a lot.
No, she's hurt me a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, sorry, the connection is and so like each time I forgive her,
It feels like it
I've
hurts you a little
forgiven
bit
her.
more.
Well, I
That's
just
the thing, Matthew.
I'm willing to
I don't want to
forgive,
make it. I don't
but
want to
like
sound
I
like an
can
ass.
never
I don't want to
forget.
sound like an ass when I say that, though. When I say this, at least. And I'm trying to help you. I want to be honest with you. You're my friend. I fucking love you, bro. Not even joking. Right? You too, Marvin. I love all of our friend group. I don't want to hurt each other. I don't want us to hurt each other like how we did with that one individual.
He whose name shall not be named.
Yeah. So it's just at this point, if you keep going back and you keep forgiving her, even though you know that she's hurt you before, it's kind of your fault. And again, I don't want to
So
sound like an ass.
you cut out there for me.
I said
sorry.
it's kind of your fault because if you're forgiving her and you know she's probably gonna hurt you again, and I don't want you to do that. I said
Yeah,
this so many
you're-
times about
you're
Suarez
right, you're
that
right.
Suarez could end up in a relationship later in the future that he'll be given the shit end of the stick, and he has in his relationships. He's been giving the shit end of the stick like tons of times, and he kept forgiving them and forgiving them and forgiving them. It's just at some point you need to know when love is like holding a rope, right?
Mhm.
If you're both holding on to it at once at an equal pace, it's so easy. You'll just go through with it, right? There will be times where you guys will push, like pull harder, or they'll pull harder, or they'll let go, kind of, but then you'll keep holding on because you believe in it, but they'll still hold on a little bit because they want that to happen. They want to, go back in strength, right? What you're doing is holding on to the rope, but she's trying to let go of it. She's like letting go and you're still holding on. That gives you rope burn. That burns you. That hurts. You have to let go. You have to know when the right time is to let go. If she's still hurting you and you're still trying to hold on, it's kind of your fault. You need to let go. You just need to. If you don't want to be friends, we don't have to be friends. I can make new ones. Shit, you got monitors are gone again. What the fuck is going on? Poltergeist, what the fuck are you doing with me, bruh? And it still has power too. I think it's just now it says no signal. Oh my god, I don't know if it's like a cord or what. Like, damn.
Gizmo, what are you doing? What are you doing to Sam's piece?
Gizmo, what are you doing under?
Yeah,
Gizmo,
I get
are
what you mean.
under my thing. No,
I get what you mean, and I 100% agree that it's my fault for not seeing the pattern early. But I just I don't know, like as a good friend of mine put it, well spoken, you're a simp. I'm a simp. I'm a
Straight
simp,
simp.
right? That's what I am. But
Marvin,
but yeah,
what
I don't
context
know.
do you have to add to this? What's your thing? Oh, hang on.
I just didn't
I don't
have
know.
the heart to just cut it off, and then it seems to me like really unfair and that how easy it was for her, because like I don't know, I put in so much and got so little in return, you know what I mean? And that's my fault for giving so much. You said it perfectly, Sam. I remember a few years back you told me nice guys always finish last, right? Don't give in so much because you're gonna get so little in return.
Hang on, wait. I'm sorry. I'm trying to open this.
What are you opening? What is that? Oh, yo, let me hit that. What is that? Marvin, what is that?
I don't know.
Is that like an inhaler? Yo, Sam, let me get a hit of that, bro.
You'll pass it real quick.
Yo, slide. Let me get a.
Dude, I have an attachment. I have an attachment. I have an
Shut up,
attachment.
cunts.
Wait, I have an attachment. Give me that.
Anyways,
Slide it.
like you were saying.
Wait. Give. Thanks. Oh,
No, again.
the brand
no.
new fidget spinner.
Sometimes
You
nice guys do finish last. Sometimes. It's not all the time, but usually, I'm not gonna lie, you have to be somewhere in between. Like, I give Carolina the world, right? But it doesn't mean that, like, we've always had an agreeing term. I don't always be like, oh, no, that's the most genius thing I've ever heard you say. But I'm also not like, that's fucking retarded. I don't do that. No, because that's mean. That's messed up. People don't like that. Not a sane human likes somebody who's dickish, right?
Mhm.
But
Unless
same
that's
time.
like a king, but
Not
that's
even.
kind of weird.
Not even. People don't really like being talked down on. Marvin, look, think of it this way. If you had, I'm gonna say this, Marvin. If you had a mommy dom, and she just talked trash about you,
Oh my god.
like, would you enjoy that?
Marvin,
Would you enjoy being spat on and being talked bad about with her friends?
probably because that's pretty kinky. Anyway.
Well, I don't want to say
I
anything.
think
but,
if anyone in our friend group, Marvin would be the most likely to have one. I'm sorry, Marvin.
No, not even Marvin.
uh,
Look, I said this
that's
before. I'm
fine.
gonna say it again. Marvin is such a Chad. He literally changes for
Marvin-
nobody.
Marvin, do you want to get mommy domed?
Hey, I'm not saying I wouldn't, but like, come on.
Because I had to
Come
get.
You're
in
putting
here.
me on the spot. You're putting me on the spot, guys.
No pressure. This is on stream.
No pressure, guys.
Say what you want into the microphone. See.
I mean, like, no pressure, guys, but like,
Say what
Oh man, where is it? I'm trying to look for it.
For those who are
Rough.
just for those who are actually watching still, I put the microphone up on the camera.
Where is it? I'm trying to
Anywho.
look for it.
Like I think you have to come to the point of being somewhere in the middle, right? Yes men and like those guys that just do anything for affection, they don't really get too far. They get somewhere, but they don't get too far. Guys who are just really rude, they get somewhere farther, but like it's somewhere in between. Like they can either get farther or lower. Yeah, people don't.
It's always
really
gonna
think.
catch up.
You
It's always
have
gonna
to
catch
be in the middle, in every single place, no matter what it is. Be in the middle, right? There's an average of being like, okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty good person, right? You could be there. So right now, Matthew, I genuinely think that since they're letting go, just let go of it.
You know what? I felt like ever since then, like
You've grown as a person.
I'm still kind of depressed about it,
Hmm.
but I definitely, like you said, I felt like I've grown as a person. I've been way more social to people. I've
Mhm.
been like way more, talking to people, whatever, more outgoing. I've just, like before I would put all my time, whatever, into texting her, talking to her, yada yada, all that drama.
Now you
But
have
now I'm-
more people, more connections.
More people,
That's
and
the thing.
my grades are higher than they've ever been before.
You see,
dude, like,
look, some
I
people,
got
Matthew, are just meant to be alone for like a little bit, and then the rest, they suck. Like
Yeah,
honestly.
I got into AP Lang. I got into pre-calc.
Look at all
I
this
got
stuff,
into
Dude.
whatchamacallit?
Okay,
I got recommended
flex.
for AP Bio.
Flex.
uh,
Go. Come on. Flex.
Yeah, I'm
Go
gonna
for
keep
it.
flexing. I'm
Go.
proud of it, man. I'm proud of it.
You see?
I don't want to flex, but like,
Too
yeah,
long, but I've been doing better. Yeah.
I've been doing better.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I'm proud of it.
There are a lot of
It
people out
shows.
there that are better off in a situation where they're alone than there are people that are when there's like two of them. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, you kind of cut off there, but
Oh.
I got like the gist of what you were saying.
Okay. Because I don't know if the podcast or the recorded, I guess the podcast cuts out on my voice or not. But yeah, it looks like you're one of the people that when you let go of something, you're gonna do way better, right? There's less weight.
Mhm.
That's what I like to say. There's less weight.
It took me a while to realize, but yeah, because like
But you're doing better, and that's
I don't
just
know,
so fucking amazing.
it's not easy for me to let go at all. Because I guess
Yeah.
I want to relate it to I've never anyone close to me. So this was the first time I've lost. I'm gonna say lost because I literally lost a friend. This is the first time I've lost anyone close to me.
But Matthew,
I guess
it happens.
But
It happens.
I've grown as
You've
a
grown
person.
as a
from it.
person. Exactly.
Mhm.
Thing is, it takes losing something to realize that you have it, right?
It takes a couple L's to get a couple dubs. You know what I'm saying?
Not every Fortnite player has 100 wins. Not all of them
Yeah.
have 0 losses.
They have like 1,000 losses.
This KD in Phantom Forces.
Bro,
That wasn't easy. Bro.
brag about it, dude. I know that's like 3.7.
Blood,
Come
sweat,
on.
and tears, bro.
Blood, sweat, tears, and a little bit of titty sweat.
Okay, my input is.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna
Martin, 'cause
quote
you've been-
Ninja on
Oh,
this.
go ahead. Quote Ninja.
Oh, Ninja.
You should buy my shoes, and yeah. Thank you.
I love you, Marvin. I love you, man. You're
Marvin, please help
I
my
love you
kids.
too. Yeah, I kind of want the ninja shoes though, like as a meme.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, like, you want them, like, unironically? Bro, what? What is this?
Bro,
They look like
cringe.
Skechers. They look like Skechers. You remember that one joke that got was, like, famous on Twitter and on Instagram where it was that one kid who was in a wheelchair after, like, Kanye West released the Yeezys, like, his new Yeezys? It was like, my new Yeezys, check them out. And then the kid goes, I wouldn't wear them shits if they could make me walk.
Oh my god.
I feel like that's what it is. Somebody else did like a copy of that, and she goes, "Damn, look at them shits. I wouldn't wear them if I could walk." And I was like, kind of nasty."
Oh my god. But yeah, I was definitely simping hard. Like I tried to.
But you've grown.
I tried to text her. I was like, hey, you know, it's alright if you don't want to talk about it, but can we please just discuss this or whatever? And then
You see, and you were being mature about it too.
hard. Yeah, I was trying to. You know, I tried not to like, overreact about it, but now I guess I'm at like the stage where now I'm just like, I don't know. I just hate her.
Oh my God.
At the stage where I hate her.
I can't do anything now.
Like,
I
could
just
care less.
dislike her very much.
Yeah, no, that's literally what it's at. Like, I just don't want anything. I
Joetta.
could care.
Ew.
I could care less. I could honestly care less what happens to her or what she does.
Granted, you don't want
What?
you don't want
I
death,
not-
but like
this damn
you don't really care.
door.
I will not. I will. I will not. That if in the event something mildly negative happens to her, I may or may not laugh. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I know. No,
Yeah.
but you know,
Marvin put it perfectly. You'll get your money when you fix this damn door.
Matthew, but I hope this doesn't like change your perception of reality to the sense that like women are jerks. Tired of them.
No, don't worry. No. Trust
Or that
me,
you
trust me.
become more closed off
Trust.
with other people as well, trying not to get hurt. You shouldn't do that.
I was
No,
gonna s-
I've become like I want to say I feel like I've become more open to other people. So I'm
Suarez, do
proud
you
of
have
that. I
any
like
input
that.
onto this?
Did you just call me Suarez?
No, I meant to say Suarez, so that way, because it'd be funny, because people would think that he's here, but he's not.
Oh,
Marvin, do you
Yeah,
have any
me too,
input on it?
Suarez. I know. It's a tricky situation, but thank you for your input.
we ain't simp no more.
I am no longer a simp, boys. Let's freaking go.
You got this, bro. You got this.
What do
bro.
you got to say about the church, my son? I'm not a simp.
I'm not simping
He's not
anymore.
a simp.
I am delivered.
He's not a simp.
I am delivered. I like myself, my identity. You got it. So Marvin, what is your input on this though?
I don't really have anything to say. I don't think I have.
You've been the Zuckles of the podcast.
So the
me.
Lord said, I will
Yeah.
wipe the simp from the face of the earth, the human race I have created, and with them the animals, the birds, and the creatures that move along the. Can I get a hallelujah?
Hallelujah.
Alright. That's all I
We,
wanted to do.
simp- we ain't no simps.
We not simping.
No simps. We ain't simps no more.
Bunch of
What was?
incense.
What else? Do you guys want to talk about dream experience?
What?
Dreams.
Dream experiences.
Oh, I heard you say drinks. And
Oh,
I'm like,
Marvin, you were gonna tell us about your dream, bro. Oh my god,
I don't really
forgot
have
all
anything
about
to
that.
say. I just,
Do you not remember the dream?
I mean, I do remember the dream. I
Go,
just,
say it. You don't want to say it on podcast. That's what it is, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Alright. I mean, Sam, you got any interesting dreams?
I actually
Are all
did
your
have
dreams
one
about
dream
Big
that I.
City Goth GFs?
Mine? Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
I love
a
her
little
so
little
much.
confession time.
No, I do. She is. She basically is. Like. She is my goth
Alright.
GF, and she
Alright.
denies it, like saying this, bitch, fuck you. That's her. I
No,
love her.
she's your mommy, dumb. She's the one with the PP.
Basically,
Alright, she's made that clear. She told me.
she's made
She
it
told me
clear.
that She has a peeping.
Has she sent you that one photo where she like makes like a middle, like she flicks you off the camera, but then she like draws over it to make it look like a dick?
She sent me the screenshot.
She did?
Of the conversation.
I'm like, that's not your dick. That's just your middle finger, baby. She goes, shut the fuck up. It's my dick. Look at it. Look at it. I'm like, there's no thighs. And she goes, shut up. I'm not showing you my thighs. And she goes, I know you look at my thighs though. I'm like, I do, but like that's besides the point. They're not there. And she goes, shut the fuck up.
Sam, sometimes I look at your thighs.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Alright, anyway, so dream experiences.
Right, my experience. Okay, I had this one dream. I have a problem, right? So Marvin and I were talking about our favorite podcast, right? So immediately I was thinking Joe Rogan, Cold Ones, freaking Misfits, Goopcast. Like I was thinking about all of them, right? And then I was thinking, man, crazy, right? And that's all I thought of all night. I was in bed, and then in my dream I woke up and I was like, damn, I'm about to start the day. And I was like, today's gonna be a really crazy day. I knew it was gonna be I honestly thought it was like one of those influencer like movies, you know, those ones that they make where they're like, if you want to become like me, do these things that I didn't do, but I bet you they'll work for you, right? Look, so I get ready for the day and I go downstairs and I look to my left and I go to the laundry room that I have, right? Stacked with Coca-Cola, stacked with it. Just all different flavors.
Boy.
Mainly
That's
the
dangerous.
mainly the normal one, but then it was like the vanilla, orange vanilla. Then it was like cool flavors. Look, I'm gonna skip to the good part. I go into like just a mansion, no idea where it's at. I have no clue. And then I walk in, it's just every single one of my favorite podcasters and all my favorite YouTubers are just in the room. I was vibing with all of them, right? And then I remember like greeting them like they were like, you know, I was still being professional. I was just shaking hands and stuff like that, and be like, "Oh, I know you."
Good evening.
And then I met the Australian ones that I watched. I'm just like, then there's this kind.
Shrimp on the bar. Shrimp on the barbie. Mozzie, what you doing back there? I see your fucking 5'3" ass over there. Get over here.
No, but I was like, I'd be like, hey, cunt, and then I
cut out. Most of that cut out, so all I heard was, "Hey, Mozzie, 5'3".
cunt. That's all.
That's all I heard.
No, but then like I would like greet them like that. It was I think it was a pretty cool dream. It was pretty funny. Haha, laughed.
I think the only dream experience I really remember besides Big Titty Goth GFs is oh man, what was it? Suarez and I were talking about it. We had some like crazy dreams. I think like the weirdest one for whatever reason, and it was like Rainbow Six Siege, but Terra edition.
What?
Right? And for whatever reason, I don't even know.
Like Barlett?
And yeah, kind of. Except for like we were like defense, but we weren't the terrorists. I swear to God, we weren't the. You know, I see you looking at me like that. So don't worry, bro. Don't worry. We were like defending this. Oh man, I just realized I probably shouldn't. Okay, probably shouldn't have said the school name or whatever. So yeah. No, please, Sam, no, please. Oh, I thought you were about to call like Papa. Didn't I do that once?
Yeah, you said I'm gonna call the police, and then literally you called Papa John's. It's like, then you went quiet, and I was like, huh? And then you hung up. Can I get a triple cheeseburger pizza? Fuck. That's it. Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of nervous to when I have to adult, and when I say adult, I'm kind of nervous from when I have to order my own pizza over the phone.
Dude, I don't know how I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, you really take what your parents do for you for granted. You do that, really, Marvin?
Anja, dude.
Yeah. I'm kind of crazy.
Marvin's kind of a mad lad.
He's on step 1 of being a psychopath. He fears no God.
Isn't step 1 biting an ice cream cone?
Oh, you saw that meme too.
Yeah.
Alright, good.
Excellent. The order.
All right, let's look at what else I had to talk about. We'll go through it because this podcast is getting pretty long. It's an hour and 14. Journalism. All the journalists are usually out of touch when they report on social media. I'm going to go through that really quick, right? So I'm going to make a video. and it's gonna be called journalism, or journalist. How out of touch they are, right? And then I'm gonna be discussing the types of journalists that I see that are reporting on memes, social media, and other dumb stuff. My main one that I'm going in is on the boomer one. Do you remember that? Do you remember that? Like that one, guys? You remember that meme? The okay boomer.
Yeah.
That's like
Yes.
kind of represented still, but like not really because it's kind of cringe, but like also kind of funny still. So one of those is like, yeah, cool. And one of those ones. Well,
Yeah.
do you remember that one Instagram post that ended up being real, where it was that one journalistic like news source they posted on Twitter poll? They had a Twitter poll like, do you guys think that we should start Facebook should ban the word boomer? And then everyone was like, no. And then they reported later like, okay, can all the trolls stop voting no? Like, this is basically the N-word, you guys. We need to stop saying it. This is a derogatory term based against somebody's specific age, right?
That's
And I'm mainly going into that one because they later updated it saying that, oh, should people start banning bruh for being blackface?
I saw that one.
That's the
That was
same
one I
one. That's the
saw.
same freaking source. And they're like, please stop trolling. And then somebody reported this. Somebody
said,
replied.
"Bruh."
Someone replied, bruh. And they were just like, you need to stop saying this because this is equivalent to the N-word at this point. You need to stop saying it. You need to stop saying it. Right? And everyone's just like, that's not how it works. It's just a word. And everyone was like, well, so is the N-word. But like most of the boomers are like, so is the N-word, but people still use that one, don't they? And stuff like that. But like, it's
You know,
so dumb.
I can kind of, I can kind of agree where they're coming from because that absolutely just whenever anyone uses bruh unironically,
Okay, Matthew, I'm sorry.
I don't
I
know
kind of
why
use it
it's-
unironically.
that
Like,
that,
out of context.
that just grinds my gears, Sam.
No.
I'm not even
Look. Like this, right? Oh, shit, my chair. Like, I'll go.
bruh.
No. It's like, it'll be like, hey, can you pass me that? No, bro, my arm hurts. Bruh. And then I'll pick it up myself. Marvin, I see that Sly has smirk because, you know, you do it too. Me and Marvin do it. We say it to each other. No, we say it to each other all the time.
I love how Marvin's just like silently watching from a distance with his shades on and everything. He's such an edgelord. Oh my god. Look at him smiling. Look at his little smile. I love him. He's so cute. I love him so
I eat the
much.
plastic off the chapstick.
Oh, I thought you were trying to eat the chapstick itself.
No, I'm just gonna take off the fucking tag. I've only had it for like an hour, not even, less than an hour. Bro, I have so much energy in me. I think I might have puffed too much of the fucking thing.
Yo, slide, bro.
The fucking
Yeah,
inhaler.
There's a kid on our bus that he uses an inhaler, and every time we see him pull it out, we're like, "Yo, slide the Kubi, bro."
I can't fucking breathe. Guys, give me my inhaler.
Yo, this kid got a vape.
Is it one of those ones? Oh, dude, I feel bad if that's the case.
Did I tell you about
Yeah,
the
but she
biotech
can
teacher that went and she was telling us like, "Oh, you guys might need a USB drive later on in the year,
Oh.
and please, when you hand in your USBs, make sure that it's not a jewel pod." And then it just went dead silent, and she looks at the whole class and she smiles. She's like, "Moving on."
Fucking Christ, she knew that shit was awkward. Everyone just kind of went silent and just kind of stared at her. Then
No,
like just like,
because it's happened before. That's why it's happened to her before. Someone handed her a jewel pod instead of the USB drive.
I can't. You know, surprisingly, nobody in my school still Juuls.
Good. The kids in my
Like
school
in the
still-
middle of class or whatever. Like they don't go in the middle of it, or they won't go like outside and do it. They'll do it at home. They're respectful.
Yeah, I mean it's still stupid.
Better than most of the
especially-
other high schools. All of them are just like nicotine, nicked up, bruh.
Yeah. It's whatchamacallit, but it's still bad for you. Like
No, 100%.
we don't know people still don't know the long term effects, but the CDC and WHO have already posted. When I say WHO is World Health Organization, by the way, because everyone's going to be attacking me for that. Because every time everyone
said-
makes puns of that, like, who let the owl in? Alright. So yeah, the CDC and World Health Organization have posted entire articles already dedicating to how they've linked lung injuries
Shameless plug.
to vaping, e-cigs. And
I gotta have a shameless plug. My school's journalism class. I already told you guys we have a website, right? Did I tell you guys about that or no?
No, yeah.
No.
We have a website for my iWrite magnet, right? And so far, we've mainly posted journalism because the whole thing was started for journalists. Kid kind of changed it. The new one that we got, the new tech guy, he kind of changed it a lot, but online. That's what it was. Yeah, it's a really cool thing. We actually have one of our writers. She posted on her. She posted. She wrote an article about e-cigs, right? And then she also posted one that's just completely bad. She said, "Oh, by the way, you guys probably shouldn't be drinking soda and start drinking water." First
Oh,
off, bitch,
I wonder why that's.
I'm
bad.
Exhibit
You
A.
say
I'm
it. No,
perfect.
kidding.
But I gotta find it. The atmosphere.
feel
No,
personally
atmosphere.
attacked.
You are
Facts.
perfect, Sam. You are
Atmosphere.
perfect. You're perfect. Shrew.
Vaping kills literally. That's what she titled it. It's a really good article. It's really nice, really good one. I'll like link it to the Discord, but
Mhm.
I don't really want to like post it on my thing. I'm gonna ask
Yeah, I guess,
permission
I
from my
guess.
teacher first to do that. But
Yeah.
she did a really amazing job. Really got straight to the point, and she actually goes into what other organizations. Washington Post. I'm gonna read them off right now. Her sources: Yale Medicine, People.com, Kids Health, and Washington Post. All of them. All of those have been discussing like what the vaping has had an effect on, right? This was posted all the way in September 23rd. Hang on.
Oh, you're breaking up. I literally cannot hear you there. Oh, okay.
They're yelling, so I'm trying to like
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna cut this
Alright.
part out of the podcast. Don't worry about it, because that's kind
Hey,
of
Marvin,
embarrassing.
are
I'm not
you,
sure. Can they hear it? Probably not now.
You
Oh my
letting
God.
your pits air out there, Marvin?
Sorry.
Hey, where's that other hand going, Marvin?
Okay, sorry. Oh my God, they're still yelling. Anyways, yeah. So we posted that and like effects of vaping and stuff, and it's really good. It's really cool.
Mhm.
I'll link it to you guys now. You guys don't have to read it. But it's pretty cool.
There's a few like epidemiological reports on vaping and stuff. Like here. What is it? Because there's a product. The ones specifically that are like that they know for sure are dangerous are the ones that is it
The ones that are
what is it?
fucking THC.
THC.
Yeah, because they're illegal. You're not
THC.
supposed to have THC pods. Everybody should know this. Because you're not supposed to put THC inside of a nicotine thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have a couple of
But-
other stuff on there too. Homelessness. Why would he choose a fucking homeless man? Right. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Yeah, so, we kind of just what was I saying? Fuck.
But like even then, even those with nicotine are still dangerous. Nicotine
Yeah.
itself is not good.
It's
for you.
not good for you
That's
at
how
all,
people-
no.
That's how kids who are already like stressed out, they think, oh, the vaping or whatever it helps relax me. That doesn't help. That's gonna contribute to you getting like a heart attack or a stroke. That increases your blood pressure. That it's not good for you. Not good for you at all.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really like
Oh, hang on, sorry.
much. Oh, right, because we needed something there. Anyways, yeah, no, I don't know. Like, people who tend to vape usually end up dumb. Like, I don't know, I don't want to sound rude, but it's true. I think a lot of the kids who do vape end up, like, just dropping IQ. Alright, let's see. What's our next point that we want to talk about? Journalism. Well, we kind of... Yeah, I'm gonna finish up then on journalism, and then I guess we'll end it when Matthew gets back. No, Matthew, you're back?
Hi, how are you?
Anyways,
Alright.
yeah, just journalism, they feel out of touch when they're written by adults. And I don't want to sound rude when I say that. Because there are a lot of other journalists who do, like, who are open-minded and stuff like that. I think the main point that I got into, I already said it, was the OK Boomer meme. But then there's another point that I made in the video, where I'm making into the video, is the fact that the League of Legends and Fortnite, I hate bringing up Fortnite because it's just, I hate it. Like, I don't like the game anymore.
Beating a dead horse.
At this point. But then the news medias, that's like the one game that they still mention and they still talk about. That's the only game they care about, really.
It's like my
It's-
elementary school's kid is still playing it.
It's whatever gets you the most attention and clicks.
Yeah.
because
So
That's at the end of the
Fortnite.
day, that's what's gonna get you the most money.
because more kids are going to be reading about how much adults hate Fortnite than they are going to be reading about how normal people like Fortnite. But yeah, I want to do that because I want to just talk about it because I want to do. I mentioned this on my YouTube channel and on my Twitch streams and on my old YouTube streams that I want to do something where I actually do report on like YouTube, or maybe it could be like a 3-minute podcast. Would be like, well, I'll be talking about the news or something like that.
Yeah.
Because there's not a lot. There's really not a lot of people I can really go to on YouTube to talk about, politics and stuff like that. Because those ones that I do, they're always biased. I don't like bias. I told you this before. I told you guys this in middle school. That's my dream.
In politics, there's always a bias. But,
Yeah,
I
but
get
even
what you
then,
mean,
I mean,
it's we
there's a
try
lot
to,
of
keep it
other,
unbiased.
yeah. Like, think of, I don't know. I can't come with a news source that says, oh no, we're both sides. I guess
There's
New York
no-
Times, but even
there's
then
not
they're
really a
more
news source that's,
democratic.
like-
Yeah.
I'm saying it kind of sucks because when you're looking for news articles like that, you gotta read
Both
when you're reading
sides.
them, there's no in between. It's you read
Mhm.
far right, far. So
And that's the
That's
thing.
what
You
sucks.
can't find anybody in the middle. I've never seen anybody in the far middle. Bruh. Are we forgetting
Yeah,
about
it's-
the
it's
third
kinda weird.
parties?
it's kind of weird because my family
Mhm.
they associate the right, and I want to say that like they're not extremist, far
Yeah.
right, like,
No, I
but-
guess you're trying to say.
but they're very they're very and I try to keep it in between, but I'm leaning more towards the right side, but at the same
'Cause
time I
guns.
agree with some things
On the
on the
left.
Well, not just guns, not just guns. Some things I do agree with, like on certain, restricting, gun laws, stuff like that.
Mhm.
It depends. It's all, it depends.
I feel like,
And
okay, I'm not gonna lie. My family is quite the opposite of yours. We're more left. And the reason why we're more left is because my dad's an immigrant too. Which a lot of,
yeah.
I mean, down here, that's like throwing it in.
It's-
Like everybody kind of has their immigrant parent. It's like if you don't have an immigrant parent, are you even a Floridian?
Yeah.
Right?
FR.
For real, bro.
Listen,
For real,
listen,
for real.
man.
You never see like,
H.
but we're leaning on the left mainly. My mom, I wouldn't say she's an extremist. She still talks to people who are on the right, and she has civil discussions with them. But she doesn't have discussions when people are just ignorant. Even when they're on
Yeah.
her side, she doesn't talk about it. Right?
Yeah, because you never want
That's
to
the
get
same way.
into like a discussion or a
With
debate.
someone who only wants to have their side. In a debate, I
Yeah,
feel like
because-
in a debate you should be going into it open-minded.
Mhm.
Right? You shouldn't be going in closed-minded saying like, "Oh, dude, you're fucking wrong." No. But it's hard to find somebody who, well, one is open-minded. I think the main one, hang on, I got to find it. Do you guys remember the meme "Change My Mind"?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's actually super open-minded. He's super open-minded that he will actually go to colleges and he'll discuss some things, right? Has he changed his mind yet? No. However, he is open to discussions, and the reason why he hasn't is because he's actually been changing minds of other people, which is fine. I mean,
Mhm.
they're going into it open-minded, but then there's a lot of times where people, specifically people who go against his views, which you're gonna have, obviously. Like, it's impossible to have a debate with somebody who has the same view as you.
They go off on him.
Yeah, they will literally. Oh, it's louder with Crowder. That's the thing. Another semi-podcast.
With Chowder?
You take the moon and you take
the sun.
the sun.
Take everything that seems like fun.
Rah, 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 rah. Rah, 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 rah.
I can't find it. Is it on YouTube?
Nah, because it's on Twitch.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's semi open-minded, like, or not semi. He's open-minded about it, right? I don't want to sound like I'm just like sucking his cock. Like some of the things that he says, they're a little weird. They're a little weird, but other ones I'm like, okay, I can see why he says that, right?
Uh-huh.
And then other times, there's just no middle ground for most of the politicians, or for most politicians, for most news articles, right? You're either, in the case of social media, you're either, how do I explain it? Either a millennial or a boomer, a baby boomer, right? And I'm not even saying it for the meme. It's true. Anybody born after millennials will agree with internet. They'll agree with it, unless they're hippies. In that case, they're like, bro, I don't even use the internet, and I find all the kombucha shops by myself. Right? And then, but like for the main part, people who are born after the millennial generation all kind of, understand why it's good to have the internet in your pocket, why it's good to have a phone, why it's good to have open-mindedness, why it's good to accept others and stuff like that. There's tons and tons of things that people understand now. But recently it's just the most of the news articles is just, old people who don't like the internet. They all hate it. They all want to take it down. They want to tear it down, even though they're posting on the internet. But whatever, that's fine. Don't care. Didn't ask. Plus, you're a journalist.
Don't care.
Don't
You're a
care.
boomer,
Didn't
you have
ask.
no
Plus,
rights,
you're
no.
a journalist.
Yeah, I especially hate how sensitive things are becoming.
Yeah.
Like everything is becoming. People are becoming so sensitive to everything. Any little remark that you make that can be considered slightly offensive
It's
gets
used
thrown
against you. It's used
way
against
out
you.
of,
Yeah.
and it's used against you if you're threatening someone in a certain position of power, whether it's on YouTube or something like that. If they feel that you are a threat to them in some way, shape, or form, they will use
Everything against you.
anything that they can somehow misconstrue against you.
Not only that, but
It's
they can
happened
also.
so
I've had
much.
so many. Well, hang on. I gotta take this phone call. Sorry, boys.
Oh,
Actually,
look
hang on.
at-
We're
look
gonna
at
answer
you.
it on the podcast.
Mr.
Hi, Mom.
Who is it?
Hi, babe.
Uh-oh.
Hi.
Daddy said
Oh,
your
is that
food
Pizza
ready.
Hut? Is that pizza delivery guy?
Pizza Hut?
No,
Did you just say you want to out Pizza the Hut?
no. I said, Daddy said your pizza's
You're
ready.
crazy. How could we out Pizza the Hut?
Would you come downstairs?
I'll go get my
Legit.
dinner. I'll go get my dinner pretty soon. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Bye, mommy.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Hi, Mom.
All right. Well, that's gonna get cut out.
No, don't cut that out. Come on.
All right. We'll keep a little bit of it in.
That was
wholesome. Yeah. All right. But where was I? Damn it. Fuck. I lost my point.
Trying to Pizza Hut.
Trying to out Pizza the Hut, dude. Can't believe it. I love my mom. She gets my jokes sometimes. That joke she kind of didn't get, but she got it. I'll explain it to her later. But yeah, I kind of find it hard to find somebody who is middle ground or a company that is middle ground or whatever. Because most of them just kind of see their way and only that way.
Yeah, I get you.
And with that, I'm going to have to end the podcast, boys. It's been an hour and 30 minutes.
Man.
But that's of recording.
It's been a long journey, mates.
Mhm.
It's been quite the journey, if I do say so.
So,
Alright.
What do you guys want to say to the audience before we leave?
What was the
I
thing
don't
that Patrick
associate with
said?
all of this.
What is the thing that Patrick says? That's
Marvin.
The magic word?
Marvin, have you been
Hold
holding
me
in all your...
responsible because I have no intention.
Just stall,
Okay.
stall him, Marvin, stall him. While I quickly pull this up.
I didn't
Are you
say
trying to find
anything.
the wait a second. Are you trying to find the thing that he says, what's the secret password, but then he forgot the password, then he reset the password, meaning that he didn't forget it?
What?
Wait, what?
Password.
Just give himself.
I didn't say anything, and I'm not part of this, and I pooped my pants.
Marvin, are you saying that because this entire time you've held your opinions and you were just like, ooh, that's kind of
I've
bad.
held my what?
You've held your opinions the entire time. You're just like, ooh, no, I'm not gonna.
No,
agree
I
with
just
that."
didn't say anything.
Why didn't you say anything, Marvin?
I got nothing to say.
Right, tomorrow another podcast. Hopefully,
Smage.
hopefully with
Smage.
Lars. We'll kiss that boy goodnight and tell him.
Peace.
All right, Matthew, you got 10 seconds.
Wait. I'm almost
7
done.
seconds.
Okay, here we go.
That's the thing. That's the thing that I was talking.
That's what I wanted to
Okay.
say.
That part's gonna get
That's what I
cut.
wanted
That
to
part's gonna get cut. That's the funny part.
No, come on.
Yes, it's gonna be
Bro,
cut. You're gonna be like,
everybody
you're gonna be like, it's
hear
right here,
that?
it's right here, it's right here, and then you're gonna put it, and then it's just gonna cut. Anyways, with that said, thank you guys for
I love
watching.
you, Florida.
Love you, beautiful people.
Yes, thank you guys for watching the Simple Kind of Oasis. Stay salty.
The Simp Podcast.